Alright, so this video may take a little bit more time than usual because in this video we will learn a lot of things. So first of all, we want to count. In this video we will count the number of orders. So to count number of orders, we need to first understand the data structure, how the data is actually structured. So if I go to our data and if I open our AW sales, so you see there are many columns and order date, stock date, then order numbers. This is the order number that we have, and here if you see there are 25,164 distinct values. That means if I want to count the distinct orders, which is the right thing to do, so how many orders if we want to count, we have to take the distinct count. Now you see, but the actual row is 56,046. Now I can say that some of the orders from here are actually double counting, right? So how will you see that? So to do that, here we will do some basic analysis of the data. I will create a table here, and then first I will take the order number in the columns and then order number again in the columns. This time I will make it a count. If I do it count, and if you just click here, it will be sorted descending. So here you see there are some orders that are more than once. So let's take one example from this. Let's say the first one. So here on the first one, if you just right click on this, there is a copy option and you just need to copy the value. Now this order number is copied. Now what I want to do is I want to search this order number in this data. I will just search this. I will control V here and then I will click OK. So you see this order is duplicating 8 number of times. So there are 8 filtered rows, and if I go back to the data, you see there are 8 rows, right? Now why this order is duplicating? This order should not be, this is one order, right? And it should not be duplicated. Now if you look at the data closely, you will see there are some differences in the data. So first, if you see the order date, so the first 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, okay, all the orders order date is same, so they have ordered in the same date, right? And then if I look at the stock date we don't really need to see, so the stock date is fine. Then order number is same. Now if you look at the product key, you will see that all the product keys here are different. So there are 8 distinct values here. This is a great place. Here you can analyze a lot of things without even doing anything. You can analyze a lot of things in here as well. So here if I just click on this product key, it will show me how many distinct values are there in this particular column. You see right now this is 8, and right now we have 8 number of filtered rows in the data. So this is how the order is duplicating. Now what I want to do is I want to count the number of orders. So what I will do for that, I will create a new measure, and here I will create a new measure, and here I will write total orders. And in the total orders, what I will do a distinct count. So here we have the distinct count, and then we will take the order number from this data. So we will take the order number from AW sales data, we will close it, and we will hit enter. Now we have calculated the number of orders. Let me just remove this one, and instead of that, let's put the total orders in here. So if you see, the total number of orders will always be 1 now, because we are taking the distinct count, and which is the right thing to do. Now we have the total orders. Now let's see how we can use the calculate function. So what we will do is we will use a calculate function to filter the measure. So let's say what I want to do using a calculate function is I want to count all the orders which I have already counted, but I want to take a filter that should be the quantity ordered. The ordered quantity should be greater than 1. Let's say I want to put this condition on this measure. Right now, let me create another table here, and then instead of order number, we will take, let's say, we will take the region. So I took the region, and then I want to take the total number of orders. Now you see These are the number of orders. So in Australia, we have 6060 orders. Okay. Now on this order itself, I want to put a filter, and that filter should be the order quantity should be greater than 1. So I will create another measure for that. And here I can say that total orders except order quantity less than 1. Sorry, the except order quantity less than 1. So we are not considering the less than 1 orders. So here I will use a calculate function, and then in this calculate function we will take the total orders, so the measure that we have created. Look at the parameters carefully. So first it is asking for the expression. So in this case my expression is the measure, so I will put total orders here, and then it is asking for the filters. So what my filter will be? My filter will be order quantity greater than 1. So simply I will write order quantity, and this order quantity should be greater than 1. Now I will close this and I will hit enter. Now if I create a same table, if I just copy paste this table itself and put it on the right hand side, and instead of total orders, now I will take the measure that I have created using the filter, and you see the numbers now vary. So now Australia is 6060 here, the total orders, but if we accept the order quantity less than once, the actual number of orders in Australia is 2956. So this is how you can use the calculate function. Now let me show you a basic thing, but it is really important. So previously we have learned how to use and or function. Now we will see them a little bit closely. So here what I have done is I have taken the total orders as my measure, and then here I am putting a filter, that is order quantity 1. What if I want to put more than one filter here? So in that case I need to use or and function. So either I need to use and function. So there are different purposes for and or function. So here, let's say I want to put another filter. So that should be the order quantity should be greater than 1. And let's say uh, what I can take. And let's say the region should be, let's take the region. Region should not be Australia. So not is basically written like this. So if you want to write not, you can write it like this, or there is a not function itself. So you can use a not function as well, but I prefer this one only. Okay. So here what I will say not Australia. So I will write Australia here, and then I will close this, and then I will close the calculate bracket as well, and then I will hit enter, and let's see what happens. You see the numbers have all changed. Now Australia is showing nothing because I have put the filter. Okay, and now instead of this, if I take only the value, if I make it a card, you will see the total number of orders is actually, let me go back, let me undo it. Yeah, so you can see the total number of orders is actually 11981. Now here if I want to put something else, let's say the product key, and let's see what happens. You see it is working fine.